New year, I'm about growth, so it's on to the next. Do my own thing, I ain't even try to flex, but they can't fuck with Randy and it really got them.
Yes, sir. We live, we back, man. It's the Jungle Report podcast. You hear my guys, man. My boy Dot G, my guy Randy Savage. We all looking like me to retwist. What's up, Randy? It's just getting healthy, bro.
Yeah, you know the vibe. I do need a retwist bad though.
Me too, bro. My shit is I need a retwist. But niggas shit is getting healthy out here. That's all that matters.
That's a fact. We growing.
Hopefully one day y'all niggas will catch up.
Yo, Dot, you've been growing your hair for like 30 years, bro. So you gotta relax. What's new, guys? We got some things to go over, man. It's been some crazy shit happening in the world, happening in hip hop, all kinds of happening in just culture.
Right up.
Skims is winning again, man. If you know, you know.
You know, baby.
If you know, you know. Before we start anyway, how you guys doing mentally, emotionally, physically? Anything different? Anything new?
Not really new. I'm doing good mentally. We're making a lot of growth, you feel me? I've just been chilling. I've been putting things into perspective. And I've been having like a lot of epiphanies lately. And I've been experiencing like the same shit I've been experiencing like 2019, 2020, like certain situations. And I'm realizing that I'm handling them better. So I'm doing good, you feel me? I'm chilling. Get to the bag, maintaining. Nah, I'm doing more than maintaining. I'm chilling now, you feel me?
Absolutely.
How y'all niggas doing? I miss y'all niggas.
What's the word, Doc? What's good? What's new? What's going on?
Ain't shit. Ended up fucking getting vaccinated.
You got vax?
Yeah. So
hey, man.
How you feel? Any side effects?
I don't know, cause I wasn't feeling great when I got it, and it's like now I feel like I got a slight cold.
My job is telling me that shit mandatory, boy. That's just getting me upset. They can suck my dick. They saying either because this nigga, what's the nigga name? De Blasio. They're saying all city employees gotta do it. It's mandatory. So my supervisor gave me a paper like 2 days ago saying it's mandatory we get vaccinated or you gotta get tested once a week, bro. Like literally once a week, bro. You know how much of a hassle that's gonna be?
That's what they out in Cali. They did that for the.
They're doing all the Democrat states, man.
Yeah, Cali too, yeah.
Democrat with triple K's, man. Shit crazy.
Bullshit.
They started that shit out here.
I'm not getting vaxxed, bro. I'm good, man. I can't complain. I'm getting back into. Well, I've been in my bag with the journalist stuff, but I've been doing more content as well. Of course, doing the gym with my God best, but I'm not working with y'all, which is a little different. And then I'm writing again, so I'm writing for Rap on Steroids blog. I might be writing again for Diamond Cuts, and then I'm waiting to hear back from Vibe Magazine right now, or Hot New Hip Hop about a staff writing or editor position. So I'm working on this side, and then I'm about to get back into doing my playlist, weekly playlist. Before I used to do the snippets, but now I'm gonna make a real playlist on Spotify. So artists, if you're out there and you have your music on Spotify, I'm gonna work to get it on Apple Music too. But like Spotify right now is the gen I'm using to make these playlists. So we're gonna do them once a week. It's gonna be like 10 to 15 songs, maybe 20 if I'm feeling real generous that week. But 10 to 15, and then I'm gonna do one at the end of the month. That's gonna be like it's probably 60 songs. So we'll see how it goes.
Fire.
Yeah, things are looking up, man. And I've been out the way, man, drinking water, alkaline water, eating fruit, and minding my motherfucking business, staying sucker free.
I'm doing the same thing. I can't drop these pounds though for some reason, bro. I've been eating healthy though.
Facts. We getting up there. We getting a little bit older, man. When you said that, it made me think of what Styles P shit. Actually, we should gonna start there too. Shout out to Styles P. He was saying when you get older, man, it's hard to lose the love handles, bro. When you're there, it's kind of there.
I'm noticing that. Bless you. I'm noticing that, bro. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, fuck it though. I'm just trying to make sure like the inside of my body is right though, so I can live a long some life. Fuck it.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Starting man.
With the turtleneck looking like a young
kid. You feel me? I was feeling like Suge Knight today, so I channeled my inner death row.
You look like a sugar daddy. Like,
no freaky, man. That's my bro. We didn't over me there.
You look like you need to start your own Kevin Samuels podcast.
That's why I was feeling a little Kevin Samuels today, but I'm gonna chill. You feel me? Start August 3rd, man. The Locks versus Dipset versus. I've been debating. I've been telling myself I ain't going to do it, but the ticket's like 205 I seen for good section. The most, if you want to get like floor seats, like a rack, I seen 200, 250. I've been looking at my credit card and I've been looking at the prices and I've been debating with myself if I should just take that trip to the city, man, August 3rd and enjoy that moment, man. But Dipset versus the Locks is happening. Who you guys got winning it? I go back and forth every day. I keep writing out what songs these motherfuckers can play, and I'm just like, I don't know who's gonna win.
Honestly, we talking about like a head-to-head anthem competition, so Dipset got it. But if we talking about bars and shit, that of course Styles P, Jadakiss, and Sheek Louch got it, in my opinion. For me,
yeah,
but I feel like Dipset's gonna win a versus.
You're not wrong.
Locks and definitely got hits too, though.
I was gonna say you're not wrong, and the thing is, the Locks got because people only focus on like a lot. We like the mixtape shit, the B-side shit.
Yeah.
That's not. But the
they
Locks
got mainstream shit too.
The Locks was part of Bad Boy. They signed a Bad Boy first, then they went to Rough Rider. They was part of two of the biggest labels in two different generations. In the late '90s, but they was in there with Big, and then they was with Rough Rider in the late was the mid '90s with Big. The late '90s days with Rough Rider with DMX into the early 2000s. So they got 20. Everybody thought Fab was going to smoke Jadakiss, and we seen when Jadakiss did the Fab. So
that's true, though. That's what I'm saying. That's true, though.
We'll see, man. Because I'll make these lists, and it'd be hard sometimes because I'm like, I got to remember it's a group joint. So they're going to play some of their solo joints, but they're going to probably play some more group hits. Because I was writing a joint for Dipset. I'm like, Cam could do 20 by himself. Jada could do 20 by himself. We've seen him do it already. So it's like, this shit is crazy.
Facts. Nah, yes, I don't know. So I might have to fuck with the Locks on that one. So
I might have to pull up, man. I might have to buy a new pair of Timbs and get the computers puting, bro. For real. You feel me? Computers puting.
Don't go looking for your Pele and all that.
I was thinking.
I need a new pair. I need a new pair.
I told folks I would that wear Pele in the middle of summer just for that event, bro.
Nigga saying that summer you're gonna be baking.
I'm gonna be cool in the garden. Once I go outside, I'll be on fire. If somebody steal it, they deserve to rob.
Then you're gonna be on 34th. You're gonna look like you take heroin. You're gonna be like, this nigga got this nigga
I'm gonna look like I'm up to no good, like I'm trying to rob somebody or some shit. I don't know. Looking like a
nigga, I ain't gonna lie, them bridges in Newark Penn Station, they be dressing like that. Like it's winter time, so I'm saying do-rags on.
Niggas be wearing the Pel with the do. They be having Pels, it's crazy. They be old, dirty Pels.
Pels is fire though. Don't get it twisted. I'm trying to get a Pel for the
Nah, I'm saying they be having Pels. They be having their Pels be looking like they live in that shit, but they be having Pels, man. They be feeling themselves. Mm-hmm. Or if I can find an 8-ball jacket, man.
Like
8-ball. I need an 8-ball too, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah, I remember Chino Green with the 9s on them. Them jackets used to be fire too.
Just man, listen, bro. I was thinking about a lot of shit. I'm like, damn, I might have to get the biker chain on my jeans that day, like Jimmy used to.
So, that was like 06, 07 swag. That skater boy.
Or find some Jabot jeans, but I don't think they'll get here in time. So I think I'm excited for that. That's kind of leading us to our next thing is this big mouth YouTuber named Hassan Campbell. I don't know if you guys are familiar with him. He been going at it with Style. He been going at it with everybody. He goes at it with people from New York all the time. He goes at it with he was going at it with Kwame Brown. Shout out to Kwame Brown. I fuck with Kwame Brown. That is a Bust Life channel. So subscribe to that if you're watching this. He just got a lot to say, and the drink that pissed me off the most, he's from the Bronx. He's from Bronx River, and what he's known for is, and it's not. I know y'all gonna be dead when I say it, but I'm not even saying this before. He's known for being part of African Bambaata's group, and he's known for being one of the youth that African Bambaataa was molesting and having sexual relations with.
Oh wow! And
people were like, at first they were like, "Oh, that's wild that it happened," but then as he became older, he continued to have sexual relations with Bambaataa. So. And then he goes around talking about what's like the G code and keeping it gangster and doing this. And Nigga
Nobody
talking
want to
about
hear
Rock
from you, my boy. You better relax. Nobody want to
Rock,
hear
he
from
talking
you.
about rocking snot boxes and he been in jail, so he a real nigga. But it's like, bro, you like 50,
Shut
my
the
nigga.
fuck, nigga. Boy.
I think Kwame called him a cool ass granddaddy or whatever he called him. He like, you be trying to be out here trying to be a cool ass granddaddy. Talk about he goes out with all his chains. Then he did a live talking about what Kwame talked about. He don't know how to be a man. Then he said he don't know how to love a woman and all this kind of shit. That sometimes he want to slap. Like he was just out there slap his wife, like saying outlandish shit. But he do that. Then he tried to talk. Then he said something about Pop Smoke one time too. He said, and this is I know y'all from the floor, so I already know how y'all feel about Pop. He said something along the lines that Pop Smoke went to Cali, not checking in, not knowing whatever the protocol, da 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 da. But he said Pop Smoke is that new Brooklyn. He not from the old Brooklyn because the old Brooklyn was gangster. The new Brooklyn is like buttercups and shit. I'm like, yo, bro, you just on the internet talking and these
he's
niggas
an old dude, bro. He's an old dude trying to be relevant, bro. Fuck
trying to be relevant, trying to do young nigga shit, and then he's come out and said on multiple occasions that he'll use somebody's name that's popular to get more views on his channel because he feels like he gets shadow banned, which is weird to me. It's like, bro, you like 50, Mo. Like, you make the Bronx look bad. You make Bronx River look bad. You make niggas want to beat you up, bro. Like, I'm like, if I ever seen that man, I probably want to slap him, bro.
He's an old dude trying to be relevant, bro. Whatever.
Like, come on, bro. Like these YouTube folks be out of control. But shout out to Kwame Brown. Kwame Brown's doing a great thing, man. I got to take up the time. I think he's doing a shoe drive to like get shoes for all the kids in the county that he's in Georgia, and make sure that they all have just shoes because kids don't even be having shoes because he grew up not wearing shoes. So I definitely want to support that. Shout out to Kwame Brown. Shout out to his initiative. He's trying to also get code in the trades back in the schools. So I support that in any effort we can on this side to support that. We're going to try to do on our end.
That's fine.
But I just wanted to know what y'all thoughts was on, we got a bozo dude trying to get clout off somebody really trying to help the community, help the kids. He want to be talking about people part of the Illuminati and shit like that, but he never want to answer questions.
In my opinion, bro, that's the epitome of the generation we living in right now, bro. Everybody just trying to find a situation or a topic and get a little 2 cents just so they can seem important. Like, in my opinion, that's a dude that really got nothing to say. Somebody probably bought him an iPhone and he don't know what to do with it. So he making videos and shit. Like, he watching Instagram, he's seeing what everybody else is doing to get relevant.
And just trying to talk about it and shit like that.
Nobody cares, bro. I don't tune into things like that. It's not good for my brain.
That's not. I really don't pay no attention. I've just seen them be talked about by people that I watch for a couple times now. And I'm like, all right, who the fuck is this dude? And then I see he did an interview with Queen Slip talking about the whole situation and whatnot. And like you said, though, people jump into things just so they can just bandwagon. We see right now that there's a whole movement of people trying to cancel the baby. Cancel culture.
Yeah, well, he said some shit on stage, right? Rolling Loud.
Yeah, so cancel culture is not. I don't believe it's a real thing. I think it's going to pass. But what the baby basically said, he said along the lines of at the show, if you are a real man and you wasn't in the parking lot stuck in peace, put your light in there. Yeah. And then he also said, if you don't have HIV, well, to talk to people in the crowd, like we had reggae parties, we talk about fuckery. He was doing shit along the line of that.
If you know you're not skin out our pum pum for the next month, put your light down the air.
Shit like that. So it was that he was doing that in the middle of the show. People recorded it, and people in the crowd didn't really say anything. But once the internet get things, Twitter and things, people were saying, "Oh, he tried to say HIV is a disease that only people that are LGBTQ get," which is not. It was just not what he said at all. He said, if you don't have HIV, you put your light in the air. You just talk this shit, and he apologized to the people of that community who had HIV or AIDS. And AIDS, you feel me? He apologized, and I understand that because that's kind of fucked up to really do that.
Exclude them like that, yeah.
But to say just because he said he don't condone to or subscribe to, which we don't subscribe to, which is giving fellatio to the next man.
Right.
It's nothing like you don't got. If it's not for you, it's not for you. Again, and then we seen like people like T.I. come out the woodworks. Boosie, Boosie calls us something to say always. and T.I. had brought up Lil Nas X, and I don't talk about Lil Nas X. To me, he's not for me. So I don't condemn him. I don't do none of that. He's not for me. I don't pay no attention. But people were like, oh, y'all say, no, T.I. said, oh, y'all want to ban him for saying this, but y'all don't have an issue with old boy having a whole music video with a new scene dancing butt ass nigga in the prison and kissing dudes on stage and shit like that.
You know what I have a problem with? I have a problem with it's like, it's okay to be super gay. You feel me? Like, niggas not gonna knock you for being super gay. But then at the same time, it's like, you know, if you super straight, it's like a problem. You feel me? Because it's like, yo, like the mere thought of some shit like that just utterly disgusts me. You feel me? I'm not saying gay people utterly disgust me. I'm not saying, you feel me, oh, you as a gay person disgust me because of the shit you do, but it's just the act in itself fucking disgusts me, and there's no shame in my game about that shit. You feel me? So it's like, if I'm just saying that shit, I don't understand why it's like you feel like, you know, now I'm persecuting you.
People were saying that was hate speech. It's not hate speech. He didn't say if you do this to them. It wasn't a consequence for if you was that. He just said if you wasn't, put your light up in the air. It's just that simple. On top of the fact of that, he doesn't. You don't have to crucify him for his opinion if it's not harming anybody. It's his opinion. Why does his opinion weigh so much? Like, we all have opinions. Like, when people say certain things about black people, like sometimes, like I don't give it enough. I don't give it the light of day because I'm like, that shit gonna take more energy out of me than trying to change that motherfucker's mind.
Tell your facts. Nah, that's like, yo, fucking someone's giving a shout out. I mean, don't get me wrong.
It was cold.
It's not cold, but it's like, son, oh well, nigga, he's shouting out the people he could relate to, and the people he could relate to is the niggas that wasn't out there sucking dick in the fucking parking lot. Like, the fuck?
The same way when women get on, when the city girls get on stage and ask for all the rich niggas is that. Do the broke niggas get? When the broke niggas get on Twitter and complain and shit, niggas just like, shut your broke ass up. So it could be the same thing for y'all. Hey, if you don't like it, don't go. Don't support it. Don't pay any mind. Don't let it be into your inner matrix at all.
And like the baby said, it wasn't even niggas at the concert. It's people on the internet with opinions that didn't even go. Creating all the fuss. Like I said, be people just trying to get an opinion, bro. So they 2 cents in here.
Because he was like, oh, shout out to all the shorties that don't got no stink pussy or some shit like that. And I was like, yo.
But they wasn't mad. My thing is this, right? You expect political correctness from a person who got famous for clapping somebody in Walmart. This is the same guy on his latest music video spit on a cop in a casket that was dead at his funeral. And then put a caution sign in front of him while he would receive mop from some white shorty. This nigga beat a nigga up in the Gucci store. He slapped the female for getting too up on and violating his personal space. He beat up a motherfucking the attendant in the fucking hotel for trying to take a picture of him when he was with his daughter. This nigga he's not trying to be your friend. He was never trying to be none of you niggas.
If there's one thing the baby gonna do, is what the fuck he wanna do.
Simple. And
they really mad at him because he brought out Tory. That's what it is.
That too, and
that was another
also
thing.
he on Twitter. He got on Twitter yesterday, and he apologized to the community of people that are affected by HIV or AIDS. Again, that I completely understand. But he said LGBTQ, all that trying to cancel me bullshit. I did not say nothing to y'all motherfuckers.
Yeah, I could definitely understand, like, you know, like that aspect, because it's like, you know, niggas with HIV and shit. It's like, you know,
that's fucking fucked up. That's cold. That's cold.
Yeah, that shit. Yeah, that's cold. It's just cold. You feel me? It's like shit. For some niggas, it was the luck of the draw, especially out in the 80s and the 70s and shit like that.
Or sometimes, because I've had a family member that had it, but they got it from a dirty needle.
Exactly.
Usage. So
that's what I'm saying. There's a whole bunch of fucked up scenarios that
where you can get it.
But I mean, as far as like sucking dick in a parking lot, it's like
but see, I didn't even know he said that part. When they first said that if you a real man and you not give a flip, we know a lot of dudes that's not necessarily in that community, but they be giving it up, bro. They be talking about you, bro.
Yo,
like
bro.
we know
Wait,
a lot.
what?
Like you don't have to. Like I said before, I said it to Blizzy. Blizzy was dead. You don't have to subscribe to the LGBT community to suck pink, to suck dick. You don't have to.
What you mean?
Because
you gay if you do that.
Not again. Example, Randy. Niggas that like being around niggas that just got clout. What we call them?
Now what? I said I get that. Every guy
Niggas that like being around niggas that got clout because they just got a bag. What do we call them?
Oh yeah, they suck dick. Yeah, they dick.
Yeah, so when I first heard, I'm like, I thought he meant it like that. I'm like,
nah, I know what you mean. Okay,
because
yeah,
I didn't know what he said in the parking lot. I just heard he said, "Man, you don't do that." I'm like, oh, all right. But hey,
and the thing about
it's not that deep, bro. If you don't subscribe to it, if you subscribe to doing that, that's for you. If you ain't rocking with that nigga say, don't buy his music, don't go to his concert, don't pay him no attention.
So you know,
people want everybody just to attend to their preferences all the time. Like, nigga, bro, if you don't agree with it, get the fuck out of here and just shut up. Like you want niggas to care all the time. Like,
everybody's trying to enforce inclusion. We can all live. We could all live together, and we could all respect. You don't have to accept what someone does, as long as you're not as long as you're not doing any harm to them or stopping their social economic mobility. Who gives a fuck?
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple. We smoke weed. I smoke weed. I subscribe to having firearms. What else? I like women. I'm not into men. I like women.
Yeah,
There's people that like, they'll say you're misogynistic. Oh, you're toxic masculinity. You want to have a gun. Oh, you're a pothead. No, I just like, those are the things that I subscribe to in life. Weed helps me. We played football for how many years, my nigga? I was an athlete. I got fucking aches and pains, nigga. And sometimes talking about creativity. Having firearms, I believe in protecting my family. I believe in the Second Amendment right to own a firearm. Don't like. And thirdly, women are beautiful. So I'm sorry that you like other dudes. I like women. Sorry.
Who gives a fuck what people think, bro? I don't care. I like all that shit too.
Feel me? It's just simple, man. It's simple stuff, man. But man, the baby, man, you gonna be all right, champ. You've been doing what you've been doing so far in your career, and it's the people like the Demi Lovato's and the Elton Johns coming out saying things. It's like you don't know nothing about this man. You seen one clip and you ready to try to condemn him. But what about all the other shit that happened in the world? Y'all don't say nothing about. None of y'all was saying nothing to that director nigga that married his fucking stepdaughter, adopted stepdaughter.
And this is
because y'all want to be in this movie. Woody Allen. Y'all ain't saying nothing to Woody Allen. Y'all ain't saying nothing to what's the nigga name that hung himself?
Bro, Demi Lovato's a heroin addict. Who gives a fuck what she's saying? She needs to focus on her life. Like, no offense to other heroin addicts.
Y'all wasn't out here saying nothing to Epstein.
Word, nigga. Like, shut the fuck up.
So come on, man. It is what it is, man. I don't.
Niggas out here, real life dirtbags, real life. Putting niggas down and making shit to like, you know, keep motherfuckers down, and you out here just on the dicks and niggas that's just out here living their life.
Exactly. Moving along though, with the G code, man. It's been a lot of talk about what the G code is and people living by it. I know we see the academics in Wack 100 and 6ix9ine interview putting people in a frenzy. A lot of people hold other men to higher standards than they hold themselves. And
yeah, that's gay.
And the G code is, as much as people want to say they live by the G code is never really, a lot of niggas that say live don't live by it, and they never have. So I want to know what you guys' take is on the G code. And also, being a gang, everybody's not a gangster. Before we go any further, everybody's not a gangster. It's probably like, out of mainstream society, niggas that's gangsters is probably like 10% of the world. So
yeah,
how can you?
They're dying constantly or getting locked up constantly. Yeah, if you in the street, bro, constantly, you're not a gangster, bro. Like, you're just a nigga trying to make your way. Like you either faking that you a gangster, because if it was really like that, nigga, like you would cause some type of attention for you to be incarcerated, or like you feel me, or like you just only real good at your shit. And like you said, that's like 10%. But most of these niggas is fakes. They just know how to create an image and look like they're living up to it.
Exactly.
So,
and for other people who that are civilians, you do not subscribe to this way of life. Why are you trying to enforce that way of life upon other people that don't subscribe to that way of life? The niggas that subscribe to that way of life, they know who they are. To try to put something that other niggas who do not subscribe to that way of life or never been in that position to have to do that is ridiculous to me. I don't understand why everybody wants to be a gangster now. Everybody wants Lil Durk to slide on Quando Rondo every single day.
Because the
like
pandemic.
He doesn't have.
Bro,
like
2020, everybody started getting gangster, bro. 2020, bro, niggas started coming out, like, I mean, not coming outside because we was all locked in, but niggas started talking like they was doing this outside.
Because they thought they was never going to come outside again.
Yeah, bro. It's because
niggas
became so accustomed to this, like just right on the phone and getting their shit up on the phone. So niggas was with mad bold. Because prior to 2020, niggas will have to be online and then they like, I got to be mild about it because I'm going outside later. But niggas ain't seen niggas for like a whole year and a half. So I don't know if they did subconsciously or on purpose, like, all right, this is my time to act gangster now, bro. Ever since 2020, bro, people started becoming gangster, doing this, doing that. Like, shit just weird, bro. Everybody about to start selling their Cubans now. Watch, like, it's about to be lit. True colors is about to start being exposed. I don't buy into none of them wolf tickets. Niggas be soft.
You about to say that?
I think it's the social media.
Absolutely.
That whole aspect of, and I mean, this isn't just a gangster thing. This is just like, people trying to live a life that, they think other people go think is cool.
Yeah.
People be perpetrating a fraud.
Like, it don't make no sense to me. Bro. Like, niggas really out in the hood, getting money, you feel me, for them to ever go live. Ever. For me. It's like, if you subscribe to getting your bread illegally, why do you ever want anyone to know where you're at? Like, just on some like, bro, that's how you get robbed or that's how you get killed type shit. And then it's like, son, you see this shit happening. And it's like, son, why do niggas keep still doing it? For fucking clout, bro.
There's people, and they don't learn until it actually happens to them. Like, people just hear about these stories and this, that, and the third, and they find some type of prestige in these situations. Like, bro, that's not cool to be in the situations. Like, that's stressful, bro. Like, now you're all paranoid, your anxiety's up. Like, and that don't make you a bad nigga, bro. That makes your mental health decline. A real nigga get bread and stay out the way, bro, so he can be at ease with himself. Take care, we gotta take care.
When I was young, it's like when you hear about some wild gangster shit, like yo, these niggas is wild. And it was like you could put a cause to the action.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or like a semblance of a cause to the action, more so than some dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it did either be about respect, about bread, about, you feel me, even sometimes a nigga bitch, you feel me?
Most of the time, it's about a nigga bitch.
Right up.
Facts. But I mean, like, there was a certain cause to the effect. Now I feel like it's just like, oh, nah, I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna go do this shit so that, niggas can see I did this shit. And then, son, it's the same thing with how, like, young niggas in the hood, they would start wilding in the hood just so that the older niggas can respect them. But it's like now it's expanded way more, and people have,
because the streets is not in the streets no more. The streets is on the internet. So rather than just your block knowing about what's going on, and niggas could politic and facilitate both sides, whether if niggas got to get the one on or whatever the case may be. And they hood, the whole world know what the fuck is going on. We seen it start in Chicago, bro. We got a bunch of people that term GD and BD repping them sides. We got people saying that they not from 63rd, and you never been to 63rd in your life, and them niggas over there shoot niggas for real.
Yeah, they really
clap niggas like you. They really clap people, bro. Like, it sound funny and all that when people was talking about like I'm not smoking on, RIP to the kid Tuka. I don't know him. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying that people saying, we seen his mom on the internet crying, saying, "Why can you please stop saying that?" Yeah, I don't know that kid, bro. But people sit there and they see these because the streets have, like we said, got infiltrated the internet now. Niggas gotta keep it. They gotta keep that image going.
Right up.
Niggas always gotta. Niggas. Go ahead, Randy. My bad.
Nowadays, juxtaposed to back in the day, you disrespect somebody back in the day, like you said, niggas gonna settle it. But you come outside, one-on-one, fight. It's physical. Like, you feel me? That's the consequence to that. Nowadays, you win a beef by beefing with somebody and making them look like a fool on the internet. So niggas is willing to put up with that nowadays because there's no physical. God forbid if they lose, the worst gonna come. They're gonna look like a fool on the internet. They don't gotta get punched in their mouth. But if niggas start getting punched in their mouth, I promise you, a lot of this behavior would stop. Like,
niggas don't want to get punched in their mouth because they didn't want to end up on because they didn't want to end up on World Star. World Star took away niggas actually fighting because now nobody want to have that moment.
That's a big fact.
And it's just sad and unfortunate at the fact that folks really out here doing these things and not understanding the consequences of their actions. And seeing it, especially in hip hop, people not being fans. Like, example, we talk about like FBG, Doug, Lil Durk, and them in Chicago and Jacksonville. I fuck with Folio and Younger Days. I like both their music, but I really see people picking sides. I'm like, yo, you're not from there. You don't know the politics of that city. You don't know what the fuck. Even when I see niggas like Jack and Wu, bro, I'm like, bro, you don't know shit about Brooklyn.
Yo, bro, so I was telling niggas, they be like, yo, where you from? I tell them where I'm from. They be like, whoa, Cho K, GDK. I'm like, yo, bro, you don't know nothing about that, bro. Stop doing that. Like, just keep it cool. Niggas be cheerleaders, bro. That's what it is. It's a weird generation. I'm telling you. Everybody loves the internet. Everybody wants to be perceived as some rapper, as some big gangster. Like, everybody wants the spotlight on them, but like, don't want to do what it takes to get the spotlight, like in a righteous way. Everybody wants shortcuts. That's why the consequence of that, the side effect of that is all of this weird shit we seeing, bro.
We in a Rico era of hip hop, and all these rappers is getting indicted because of the internet. Right now. And it's sad because they either getting indicted or they dying. So it's like,
bro, I be seeing niggas that's not even like that now getting into shit, like just because like they just moving too fast, bro. Like, just doing internet shit, like now they getting cases, like you not really like that, bro. They folding, they melting under pressure. Like, I'm like, see, you gotta just be yourself, bro, because you're not ready for them consequences. The real niggas, quote unquote, that's doing this time and shit, they made that decision and they realized what comes with this shit. You didn't think all of that. You just want to be cool on the gram, go live, you want your name to be heard. Now look at you fucked up. Like,
well, no, yeah, because one thing. Like I always said about myself, just me personally, is like if I do some shit, it's like the shit that come with it, regardless whether it's some legal shit, just some regular shit, or just me spazzing. You feel me? It's like, yo, the shit that come with it is just gonna be the shit that come with it. You feel me?
Gotta be conscious of that though. Word.
Yeah, it's like, I think about this shit, and then it's like, I try to give a fuck, but I might not, and if I don't, then I'm prepared for that. You feel me?
And you a man. You made that decision consciously. So I'm gonna deal with come with it. Go fuck it.
That's why it be crazy to me when you hear niggas do some shit, and it's like, bro, you didn't think there was a possibility of that happening? You feel me?
A lot. See, this is the thing is, right? The problem today is you could get everything so easy. You got people that's joining gangs and joining sets, and they didn't get jumped in. Nope. They just got money. They just got clout. Because a lot of, not saying all the gang members, so don't take this the wrong way, but it's a lot of these niggas joining gangs, that's bum ass niggas that ain't got shit going on. And they leeches. So they see a nigga with a bag, they see a nigga that's doing something. I'm gonna be getting next to this nigga because then he gonna take care of me, and I'm gonna make sure he protected. So you basically grandfathered the nigga in, and nigga ain't have to go through what he had to go through to really get battle tested. Then you get in these situations with these niggas, and then you wondering why they folded. Because if you
think about it,
before you go there, Ring. If somebody always give them the easy way in the entire time, you don't think they're gonna take the easy way out? It was easy.
Yeah.
don't have no loyalty, no dedication. I didn't put in no blood, no sweat, no tears, none of that. You gave it to me for a price. So
you're not gonna cherish it. Yeah, it's a fact.
I'm not gonna. They don't come from that world. So when you got people not coming from these worlds doing these things, it's like, bro, you gotta. That's why one thing with me, I always told myself when I was out here doing whatever I was doing, if anything ever happens, I gotta take this shit, bro. Because I made that conscious decision. But I also know, and we all know, I can't hold no next person to the standard that I hold myself because I don't know what that person would do in that situation. I don't like y'all. And for me, I'll vouch for y'all any day of the week. You feel me? Because I feel like I know y'all. And I'm not saying y'all would do. It's hypothetical. We in a hypothetical world. And some shit, what's that happen? At the end of the day, I still got to hold that on me because I partook in the action too. But I know y'all niggas would never do no shit like that. But a lot of niggas, they don't even think that far.
Well, yeah, we gang. You know how it is.
That's the fact.
But a lot of what's going on is too these older irrelevant niggas that's fake gang bangers.
Hassan Campbell.
I guess I don't know who that is, honestly.
I'm telling you, when you see a video of him, you're gonna be like, "Oh, this nigga's definitely."
Oh yeah, exactly. The YouTuber nigga that we were just talking about. Exactly.
The nigga that's 50 years old, still talking blood lingo, talking about what's going on in the block.
Bro, it be niggas like that. They don't get no type of respect from people their age, bro. So they take a little like 15 lame nigga under the wing. You feel me? They make him get bread or whatever. Or are you blood now? They teach him the lingo. You feel me? He memorizes it because the niggas are lame. You feel me? Whatever. He memorizes it. Now he's out jacking his shit. But nigga, you pussy, bro. Like, it'll be all these little fake. I be running to all these little fake gang members, bro. And like, I'm not gonna like step on their shit, bro, because whatever, bro. You young, you gotta go through that. But that should be so annoying. I'm like, bro, you don't even know the world yet. You speaking like this, down, and third, you would get slapped.
Absolutely.
And these older dudes really need to be, if they calling themselves OGs, they really need to provide guidance for these young men and like really teach them the ropes of life, bro. They just really using them now. Maybe not all of them, but from what I've seen, bro, that's
a lot of them is using them because they don't want to go back to jail, so they'll let you get
they make dumb little niggas catch a case, get the bread or whatever. Bro, it'd be older niggas like 20, 30, fucking with little 17-year-old shorties, bro. Like it'd be like lame niggas that don't get no respect in their own circle.
But
I mean, restart a new life. Like
it's the same niggas that was lame when we was younger. It's just our generation is now them lame niggas that we looked at as lame when we was younger.
Exactly.
That's all that is. And it's the circle of life. It's just that now niggas is even more prevalent because now he's lame.
Niggas now.
All you gotta do now, which is a little different then, is show the appearance that you're doing something on social media.
Exactly.
Like a lot of people, like until I said what I said just now to y'all, and I know y'all know I'm always doing my shit. A lot of people be thinking I don't do anything because I don't always post what I'm doing because it's not your fucking business.
Yeah, bro.
But a lot of people that post their business all the time is because literally they don't have nothing going on.
Yo, bro, it'd be the weirdest thing in the world to me for me to be like real life fucking with a shorty or some shit like that, and then she come to me about some social media shit. And it's like, yo, my nigga, like, you realize, like, you know, we actually good. And you bring in strife into the fucking relationship because of the shit you don't see on social media. Like, how that makes sense to you?
Social media is weird, bro. People take it the wrong way. And with the emergence of social media, people have an inflated vision of self. People think that they're more than what they are. And that's kind of leading into one of our other topics too about 2021's expectations now versus expectations in people back then, whether it be relationships, careers, and everything like that.
Okay.
Like now, everybody thinks that they can just start a business and they're gonna be a millionaire in the next 3 years.
Can I just say something real quick in regards to the relationship aspect because I've been spazzing the past couple of weeks about this shit. Like, you know that Justin LA boy.
Justin LaBoy?
Yeah, it's like he be over here perpetuating unrealistic fucking standards for fucking relationships.
Because it gets some clouts.
It's all social desirability, bro. They say shit just because it's clickbait.
But the thing about
they don't really mean themselves what they say, I think, bro. Like, they just saying shit.
But the thing is, it's like, you know, bitches real life be taking that shit and bringing it
because it's stupid.
Bro,
Like,
listen,
weird.
I've seen. There's a meme going. Well, it's a thing going on right now that Little Dirk is worth $2 million. What the fuck you worth? I don't know. I'm not counting it. I think that's what it said on the thing. I don't quote me on it. It's a couple million. I think it was 2 or 3 million. Couple $1 million. And he's in the middle of his show. He picked up his phone to answer because India was calling him, but a nigga with $2 gonna talk about he don't got time. First of all, the nigga with $2 million probably got more time because the nigga has the money already coming. The $2 nigga got to be on his grind to go get some motherfucking money.
He's trying to get shit clicking, bitch. You want me to worry about you? Go ahead.
And two, if I was at that concert, I want a motherfucking discount because I didn't go to this concert for motherfucking India. Came from motherfucking Lil Durk. I needed time. I need all my time that I paid for you to get this motherfucking show. Fuck you over here picking up the phone talking to your girl in the middle of a fucking set, bro. Come on, man. We ain't doing that.
I'm weak.
Yo, bro,
Took away the voice. That's the voice.
The unrealistic expectation, because it's like, yo, like you realize, like, back in the day before cell phones, people just wouldn't talk to their significant other until they got the fuck home, or when they seen them. Like, especially young niggas, it was like, yo, I'll see you on Friday. That means I'm gonna see you on fucking Friday, bitch. Like, and we gonna catch up. It's like, you know what I noticed? I'm like, yo, when I talk to somebody every day, it's like, yo, we got shit to talk about.
Because you actually get the chance to miss them when you don't see them. And that's the thing. Bro, we was young. I remember we was young. Remember you had to call after 9 and then get free minutes and shit like that. You used to wait, like, you used to call a little bit, but you used to call before 9 because you can't be up that late because you're young. I call, talk to her on the phone, but you can only talk for like 20, 30 minutes, maybe an hour. But then somebody come in the crib like, yo, I gotta use the motherfucking phone. They like, I'm gonna talk to you later, boo. You be hurt that you gotta hang up, but you hang up and then you see him tomorrow and it's that time apart. Then when you see him, you enjoy their company, you enjoy being with them. But now it's like, because everybody's so accessible at your fingertips, you wanna know what they're doing, where they at. Oh, share your location. It's not like, yo, are you my fucking probation officer or you my shorty? Like, it's not that deep. People, again, the expectations is unrealistic. I was watching the joint earlier before you go to
your mother, my nigga.
I was watching the joint earlier, and they were asking women, "What's the minimum a man has to make a year for you to fuck with him?" And pretty much all of them, but like 3 said $250,000 or more. Like, a man has to make that yearly, yearly. $250,000 or more. That's literally the top 10%, the 10% of the country makes that, of the world, actually. 10% of the world makes that much money a year. So you talk about the rest of the 90% rest of the world, you are not willing to be in a marriage with, fuck a relationship, marriage. I'm just talking marriage. Kevin Samuels, you see the turtleneck. Marriage. Fucking, you're never, first of all, people are not getting married enough as is. If you only want to date somebody that makes that much, and academics is hilarious because he said doctors are not even making $250,000 within the first 20 years because they're in debt for going to medical school and shit. So who the fuck are you dating that makes over $250,000 a year that you can just fuck with and they can take care of it? And then women start looking at him like, oh, I don't know. He's like, it's only entertainers and athletes that make that much money a year on that regular. That's it. And it's not even that. It's only 1% of the world is athletes. And how many are entertainers that actually make that much money a year? Come on,
maybe the bitches that say shit like that fuck with broke ass niggas, dusty niggas like that. And I'm not. When I say broke,
they fuck with super old niggas.
Yeah, like, you feel me? Gold digger. But I'm saying, like, even the bitches that shorty say that for clout, because when you mess with a dude that make a lot of money, it's like social desirability. Like, you achieve something. You feel me? So shorties be saying that line, like, they probably fuck one nigga with money. Now all of a sudden he got to make this much all of a sudden for me to fuck with him. Like, bitch, you're not a shorty that attracts that. Like, stop lying. Like, you're a shorty that attracts. It's already regular 9 to 5 niggas. Like, just keep it a bills. Like, you still gonna be Gucci.
And that's just the thing, right? A man, and this is like an average that came on the statistics. A man that makes anywhere like $70,000 to $80,000 a year can take care of a woman's needs easily. If he wanted it to do it. If she didn't want to work and he just had to take care, easily. But the thing is, a lot of people are confusing needs with wants. Dior is not a need; it's a want. Getting a new wig every fucking other week is not a need; it's a want.
Bitches don't even wear their real hair no more.
That's what I'm saying.
Finance this shit, like yo,
like getting a different wig. It's like lace fronts. I don't knock them because as long as the shit done right, I fuck with it.
I don't like seeing that little shit where it look like a fucking gate in the middle of the shit. You gotta cover that up.
Oh yeah, they don't be doing that shit. Yeah, that's the fucking net. That's the stocking cap, bro. They be putting on their head that they saw the wig on. I'm dead because my girl be making wigs. That's how I found out about that shit. But
I like good lace fronts.
Yeah, good laces, feel me? But you can't say you want all of these things and not be able to provide them for yourself. Or even one better, shout out to my boy X. I'm not gonna say his name when I'm just gonna say X. He said, if a shorty want me to take care of everything, bills, wants, needs, all that, when I call you, drop everything and you better come give me the sloppy at any given moment.
Any given moment. No.
Ain't no if and buts about it. Your bills is paid this month. You got that new lace front. You got that Dior bag you want. You driving that car. I need everything.
Nah, but it's like just know, like, you know, you just one of my hoes. Period.
If you choose to go down that road, yes. Because when you're dating men of these statuses, again, shout out to Acme. Academics is a funny motherfucker. He was saying, this woman said, "Oh, the guy she was like 22. Oh, the guy makes over 600,000 a year." And he was like, he's like, you know that you're expendable, right? Like, he's like, with 600,000 a year, yeah, that ass is nice, but I can go get a better ass, and I can go buy an ass for a shorty that I like better than you.
I could go put an ass on that shorty with a good, better personality than your ass.
Feel me? Or no, move that fat. Feel me? BBL, shorty. BBL only a couple, 10 bands. If I make $1,000 a year, and I really feel like it, I want shorty to get BBL. Go ahead, mom. So people gotta understand, and especially it comes in with the younger generation. They think that everybody that they're gonna be India and Lil Durk, or what's Lil Baby and his girl. That's not reality. That's not what your life gonna be. You're not always like, shorty. You graduated college, you got debt. Your job I hire you probably pays you $45,000 a year. On average, maybe $45,000 a year on average, right? Coming out of college. What the fuck you need a Dior bag for? Your credit score not there yet. You got a Dior bag. You taking public transportation, especially in New York City, because a lot of shorties come by cars, right? Mm-hmm. Taking public transportation with a Dior bag, and you go on a job that pay you $45,000 a year, but you got $60,000 worth of student loans. So where are your priorities? You talk about men. We talk about men don't have priorities, and we do stupid things too, and have bad spending habits as well. Like when niggas be out here trying to get cars that they can't afford, and then next thing you know, they shit get repossessed. Whatever. What are our, like I said, what's the expectation difference in 2021 than now, than back then? Because people back then, when you got a Cadillac, you was that motherfucker. You got the BMW with the 350 with the VVS's. You was that nigga. Now a nigga
scat pack now.
Nigga scat pack. Niggas be out here thinking like, yo, I gotta go get me a G-Wagon. Can you afford maintenance on a G-Wagon? Do you know that a G-Wagon oil change is like $160 an oil change? You know you can't put regular gas in the G-Wagon? If your shit fucked up, you go only take it to the dealership because nobody else can fix that shit. Like, people don't be thinking about these things, bro. I think social media, like, I know, like people said before, social media has clouded people's judgment and they don't deal in reality anymore.
Yes, and a lot of people be out here living in a delusional state of reality, and they think that, you know, because they live in that shit, that you gotta live in that shit with them.
Absolutely. I'm trying, bro. More and more, I'm trying to live a more minimalist lifestyle, bro. I'm trying to get some minimalist practices. Like, I don't buy sneakers as much as I used to. I still shop for clothes. I like to have nice clothes, but I don't go. I'm not at every release. Like I once was trying to be on every release that came out and be mad because I didn't get the raffle that I wanted. sometimes I do, but I'm like, all right, my nigga. Yeah, I could go buy this fucking Gucci shirt, but let me go support this local brand that got dope clothes too. Instead of buying this one shirt for $450, I could go buy like 5 shirts for like $200 from this dude.
That's
like,
real nigga shit.
It's just changing up my priorities in the way that I think. I'm not one like everybody niggas be talking about something. Well, I want to be super rich. I want to live a great life. I want to have money that my people taking care of. But I told him, I'm trying to live on the ranch, man. I'm trying to be with my Waka Flocka time. My boy Waka Flocka out here farming and shit. Trying to be like that, man. Out the motherfucking way. Out the motherfucking way. People are not getting married though. Why do you believe people are not getting married as much in 2021?
No trust.
Another reason, son, it comes back to that state of reality shit, bro. People be trying to get married for like, you know, the idea of being married, or like, you know, just to be able to tell their friends that they married, and they're not actually like, you know, considering the amount of time, effort, work, and growth it takes to be married.
You said the key word right there, work. Marriage is always work. It's a full-time job, man.
I believe it's because people don't got no trust in each other no more. I feel like day by day, social media is really like undoing that trust too. Like all of these like dirtbag memes that's getting shared. Like I feel like they started off like on some joke shit, but now niggas like actually be living them like on some like what's that meme? Like, oh, this girl, she ignored her boyfriend. What she said? She finally answered her boyfriend call after like 10 of her side niggas ignore her, some shit like that. Like people shit like that, it be funny, you feel me? But people take that to heart now. They either feel like, is this a joke or do females really be moving like this? So all right, fuck it, I'm gonna move like this too. And or females take it as, or female and men take it as like, all right, you feel me? Like this the world we living in, so might as well get with it. So like all of these fucking dirtbag memes that started off as comedy, people are actually living them out. And that's causing people to distrust one another more and more each day. So I feel like that's causing the lack of marriage.
I agree with that, and I think people are also a little bit sick in the head, man. Like you're letting your reality be distorted by the internet. Like what you said with that one meme, I constantly see people share memes of quotes, and people would just put a rapper behind the quote, and then people would think, "Oh, that rapper said that, so it got to be true." It's the internet. This shit is not real. Like you guys gotta relax, bro. This, like, and just because one person went through that experience, and life is all about trial and error. You can't be afraid to fail. When you are afraid to fail, that's when you're not willing to grow. You're not willing to learn. Everybody wants their first relationship or their relationship to be perfect. Sometimes you have to go through the ups and downs. Sometimes you have to leave the relationship and go to another one, and it's just part of life. Everything has its cycles, man. Everything goes in cycles, man. When you down, you're not gonna be down forever. When you up, you probably won't. You could be up financially for a long time, but this is gonna be ups and downs even when you up financially. It's like
there's so much. Money don't make no money.
There's so much shit going on, and people I think a lot of people don't live their life for happiness. They live their life to have money so they can flex on other people on the internet. As my man Drewski and my boy Fresh would say, the motherfucking Matrix. Niggas get caught up in the Matrix. I don't know, man.
And it's like, yo, you know, you're supposed to find solace in your wife. That's supposed to be a place of peace. But not even
and each other, both sides. Your wife and your wife supposed to find solace in you.
Y'all supposed to be able to, like, you know, when shit gets rough, it's like, okay, we gonna work it out. But it's like, yo. And even back to the shit Randy was talking about, it's like, you know, yeah, all these expectations that social media has been setting for people, but at the same time, it's like, yo, this motherfucking bitches and niggas that's actually living up to them shits. It's not these bitches, there's bitches out there that really want you to put your hands on them in order to, like, you know, feel like you care about them, shit like that. And it's like, yo, like, why do I have to tell you that makes you sick in the head? You get what I'm saying? It's like, you know, you shouldn't be, but it's like when you try to talk to them, it's like, all right, well, you know, I'll just go find me a nigga that do. And then when you find your nigga that do it, you'll complain about the fact that he doing that shit to you.
I think it's a lot of things also, and we talking about some of the traits. So it's another reason why I keep telling women why, and usually it ends up in the black women's side because black women get married at least, but I'm just saying women in general. If we just stick with black women, it's our culture, right? In our culture, I have to explain to black women all the time. They outnumber us for every one black woman. It's like, I think it's anywhere between 4 and 7 black men for every one black woman. Feel me? So they outnumber us greatly. Feel me? So if they outnumber us that much, it takes 7 of us to make one black woman. How in the fuck would you ever in your life expect to be married, especially when you don't? I tell them, like, I don't have a problem with interracial relationship. You don't date outside your race. You won't date a nigga because he don't make enough money. Then we got about a quarter of our population in jail, and then we have another minority of our population that is LGBTQ of the men. So you literally have of straight men. You have this population, but you only want the niggas that's in that top 1% that make over $250,000 a year or better, and it's not enough for y'all for them. So, and y'all don't believe in polygamy. Y'all don't want to share a husband with another woman. How mathematically can you ever expect for all y'all to get married?
So they just need to do threesomes. Like, you be more happy. Bring your friend. We lit. Marry both of y'all.
But like I said, I don't know how I feel. Would I personally do a polygamous situation, because that's a lot more for women. It's not that I can't do it, but also the thing that would come in polygamy, women think that the man is supposed to just take care of both the women. No, when you in a polygamous relationship, you combine all the resources of all the parties involved.
Yes.
To maintain your lifestyle.
Teammates.
Y'all work together.
Big 3.
Or 4 or 5, however many motherfuckers is y'all, feel me? But that's the thing that people don't, women don't understand. Mathematically, it's just not enough men, period, for y'all all to get married. To get married in a monogamous relationship. 1. 2, most of y'all are not willing to do a polygamous partnership. Y'all have all of these stipulations of why y'all won't do it. Man gotta lead, the man gotta make this, he has to do that. But if y'all all work motherfucking together and y'all could fucking live great, what's the issue with that? If you're willing to do that. Or if you want to be in a monogamous relationship, why don't you still bring resources to the table? Why does the nigga just gotta take care?
So they're gonna feel pampered all the time. Like they want to be independent. They want to be respected as independent, strong women. Yet, my daddy paid all the bills, so you think I'm gonna pay all the bills? They'll be like, what are you then? So are you just gonna be under my wing then? So we're gonna do that then. Like, just be consistent. That's what I'm asking for females. Like, just be consistent. Like, you want one thing one day, then the other thing. You want to be loved out loud one day, then you want to do what this girl doing. It's a race.
I know.
Like, Shorty's is not consistent, bro. Like,
I joke with women sometimes. They get mad at me and all that because I be telling them, I'm like, yo, you can't expect a man to do all that and you not giving him his needs. And they be like, what you mean? I take care of the house. I do this, da 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 da. All right, but without him bringing home
about sucking that dick.
Without him bringing home the bacon, ain't nothing else happening. And then they be like, I'm like, man, you need to just relax and get cheated on like your grandma used to.
Exactly. Like, what? Like, come on.
Like, let's be real. We back in the day, it just wasn't talked about. But a lot of motherfuckers' grandfathers was out here. Papa was a Rolling Stone is the song for a reason, man.
Yeah, man.
It was out here, but it was different back then. You ain't got social media. You got your family right here. Say you live on the west side, and you got a family over there on the east side. They just never. And then you found out at the funeral, but really, mama always knew, but she just didn't make no thing because why he took care of the motherfucking crib. So, but the thing is, women want their cake and they want to eat it too. And it's like, you can't do that because if men want to do that, then it's an issue. But you want to do that. It's a difference in asking for equality and equity, and then asking for a shift in power. You don't want to be equal. You want to have the power.
Exactly. You want to wear the pants.
nobody that has power ever is going to sit there and say, I'm giving up my power to the person that wants the power. It's not ever going to happen. That's why it's going to lead to friction. And it's just a lot of shit that go on with that, man. People's mindsets have to change. People have to want to get married. They have to understand that, yes, it's always going to be somebody that looks better. Maybe somebody that's be doing better. Maybe people that flirt with you all the time. But if you choose to be in this union with this person, you got to really stick this motherfucker out, man. Or have that conversation. Have that conversation like, listen, we could be married to each other, but we could do some Will and Jada shit, and I'm going to fuck off over here. You going to fuck off over here, but nothing could fuck up what we got going on here.
I would never be with that, but yeah, that's a fact.
I'm not with it. I'm just saying, but do what works for you. Do what works for you.
I'm with the threesomes though. That we can fuck bitches together. I'm with that. But you ain't fucking all the niggas. You can go. I don't want no tainted resources.
Yeah, you want a unicorn. That's what you want.
I want a unicorn. Yeah, that's what I need. Corn, unicorn. My shorty don't gotta get jealous. Like, you feel me?
Because she's not my joint. She's our joint.
Yes, ours. I don't want to have secrets, bro. That's whack. I want to do it together. You know what I mean? That's it. Let's do it.
This one shorty, she was like, listen, if you come through and you taking care of shit, it's like, nigga, you could have bitches. And to be completely honest with you, we could fuck them together.
You got to talk up a little more, bro.
Yeah.
Huh?
I can't really hear you.
Talk up more. We can't hear you, man.
I said, I was telling this woman, she was like, yeah, listen, if you my nigga, and you my nigga, and you like, you know, we handling what we need to handle, we need to do. It's like, say, you can have bitches. It's like, it's okay. And it's like, you can have bitches, and we can fuck some of your bitches together. Like,
but that's why I always believe honesty was the best policy. Like, I always gave women the option from the jump. Listen, like when I was single, of course I'm in a relationship now. When I was single, I told women, listen, man, you're not the only woman I talk to. If you're not okay with that, I understand. But if you rock with it and I'll fuck with you, we're going to have a good time. And that's how I got most of my threesomes, because they would know about each other. And they'll be like, oh, she's pretty. And I'm like, word. So, like, what y'all trying to do? And, yeah, we had a good time. But a lot of women, when it comes to being in with a significant other, they don't be trying to do that shit. But it's like, you got to do it work for y'all, man.
It's just bitches that say some shit like, oh, if you got good dick, you can't share with nobody. You'd be like, yo, what the fuck? That don't even make sense. Also, Vibes Cartel said it best.
You can't. Go ahead.
I said, my son Vibes Cartel said it best. I don't remember the exact quote, but he said, good cocky, I for share. I for share.
Man, listen, bro. You can't be out here telling some dude that you ain't with, that you ain't sharing nothing with them, and you out there sucking the whole lot. That just don't make no motherfucking sense. But carry on, shorty. Do what work for you. God bless. That's why I just gotta hit people when they be saying that shit. God bless.
But, yo, to be honest, as far as the marriage thing in specific goes, I think more people are also finding out that, like, you know, just how much, like, you know, it's a monetary thing. It's a business deal. You feel me? And it's like, you know, people don't be wanting to enter business deals with their significant others, straight up.
It don't have to be though. I think what I would say is there's a narrative that some women are spreading that is not true. And they like to say that women are getting married later in their lives, specifically Black women, because we're talking about just the Black marriage situation. And that's not true, because we're all men here. And yes, we like cougars, and some of us more than others, like dealing with older women. But we all know as women get older, they become less desirable for marriage, because guys usually want to go younger.
Yeah, and to be honest, like, older shorties don't even really all want to be getting married like that. I mean, they do, but it's because like they feel like they didn't give up, and they're like, yeah, I'm gonna just live my life, do what I gotta do, and fucking make shit happen for me and mine. It's like, if I get married, I get married. If not, oh well.
If not, then I enjoy life. And they might just be talking to someone and having a good time with that person, but they don't ever get to that point. So it's just the marriage shit is tough, man, because man, everybody can get married. I don't think everybody just have the mindset or willing to do the things that it takes to be married. And I'm only dealing in marriage. I'm not talking relationships because it's man. When you say relationship, that shit can get real. You could break that shit down to so many things because situationships is technically a relationship, but it's man other shit. But strictly on the marriage tip, I mean, they gotta understand as you get older, you do not become more desirable to marry because menopause comes. It's harder for you to have children. And a lot of men struggle dealing with independent women, especially as they're older women, because they have not been in a role to be submissive to a man in such a long time. When you can get, it's like when you go get a dog, not calling women dogs though. Nobody wants to go get the old dog out the pound. They want the young puppy out the new litter, which is not, it sounds like a bad analogy, but it's just the best analogy I can use at the moment.
Fuck bitches get money.
And drink
and
water,
get more
man.
money. And drink water.
Drink a lot of alcohol.
I think I'm gonna just like tell a shorty like, all right, I'm gonna see how much food she eats, how much water she eats. Then I'm gonna be like, all right, yeah, you can hold the fetus. Then I'm gonna just take my baby because I don't want to deal with no BM. But for me, I need a baby like a train so they could go to the league. I need my baby.
Might as well go to Florida to make that happen.
Word. I'm gonna go to the South. Word. They got healthy women over there.
But the thing is, what I will say though, and the difference is, no, not top my New York women, but women in the South are more prone to being in marriage situations because they've been in the, not all of them, especially like these younger generations. I'm not going to talk about them, but like in our age group, a lot of them have been in a position where they had to cater to a man before. So it's a little bit different. Like New York women are mean, man.
Son, that ass.
Yo, I mean, they mad mean. That's a fact.
Mean and rude. And like, I've had women in the South, they'll tell me, they're like, why are New York women this way? And like, it's not a shit on them, but they're like they're rude. They can't, like, well, a woman in Georgia told me that she feel like New York women are rude in Georgia.
Don't get me
literally wrong. They're rude in Atlanta.
Like public service announcement. I think a part of me kind of likes the shit to like a certain extent. You feel me? Because I love me a New York girl, but it's just like certain shit is just annoying having to like argue with a shorty like she's a nigga. You feel me? Like a New York girl would date get in your face like she's a nigga, and it's like, yo, what the fuck are you doing, my nigga?
My girl's from New York, of course. And I've dated, like, and me and her, we work, so it just is what it is. But if me and her wasn't to work, I would never date another New York woman, like ever. If we don't work, the next one I'm dating is from the South, automatically. Louisiana, North Carolina, Georgia, Florida, Texas, one of those places. Like I already got that in my mind. Like, we don't work, I'm going to the South.
Son, don't get me wrong. You gotta explore like the Midwestern to Western.
I've been in Detroit is fine. I love Detroit. Detroit is one of my favorite cities in the world. It's dangerous. Detroit, people talk about it is. And the fucked up part is I'll be on the east side of Detroit where it's bugged out at, but I love Detroit. I gotta go to Cleveland next. I've been trying to get to Ohio. Hopefully I get there soon.
I'm gonna go to Ohio State Buckeyes game, football.
I think we could do that, bro. I'm not that far from Ohio, so we could make it a trip.
You say you know somebody from Ohio?
Nah, so I'm not that far. I know Justin Fields' cousins. I played semi-pro with him. We talked about this last year. You probably could have got to a game.
I'm gonna go to the game.
We'll see.
Let's talk about that. Yeah, you gotta pull up to the city though, bro. I live not too far from MetLife, bro. I'm going to like 5 games this year at least.
I'm thinking I'll pull back up I'm pulling up for the Conway the Machine show. I watched the whole, and I'm probably gonna book Rolling Loud tickets because that Rolling Loud lineup is fire at MetLife. I mean, not MetLife, at a City Field in Queens.
Well, what's the dates for those?
That's in October. I want to
This
say
one,
Conway joint is in September.
And what's in October? The Rolling Loud?
Rolling Loud, yeah. And they got Bobby Shmurda's hosting all 3 days, I believe.
That's right.
So Bobby Shmurda's hosting. You got
That's
a J. Cole
everything
performing.
dropping fucking tracks, son.
You know, he got a feature that's coming out already, and then he dropped
into the bag, bro. Like, let him get his paper up real fast.
I ain't
Once I'm in jail.
I ain't mad at him. I'm just upset.
He's getting paid for his appearances, but the drink that I did hear where he's a feature, he got the feature on when he was wilding on the bus and shit. That shit sounded valid.
Yeah, my son was good in the video.
Yeah.
In the video.
And everybody, I talk about Bobby came out of jail dancing all that. He got, listen, son not
been
moved.
dancing.
Listen, that too, Randy. Son not moved. I'll tell you this: if you got out of jail out of a RICO case and you only got 7 years, I'll be dancing every motherfucking day too, nigga.
He was weird, bro.
Enjoying
happy to be home, bro. Yeah, like,
exactly.
Niggas forget.
He got his whole life to make motherfucking music. He just did 7 years in the can and couldn't do shit.
I started walking around, smelling the air, enjoying life, seeing what's popping. Like, my son rock, boy. That's it.
When he had that move where he was just like whining with an imaginary bitch in front of him and some shit like that.
Bobby, bitch, that was fire. Yeah, nigga, my son got moves sturdy.
He been doing that shit. He been lit. But yeah, that's all I got for this week.
Bobby was the dancer.
Niggas need to stop hating on Brooklyn, boy. Fuck out of here with that shit.
Yeah. Also, if you haven't yet, tap into that Swoops list on Spotify. Music on there from Randy Sav, Drew Gleese, Sapo Floors, Dayboo, my boy D, aka D2, Butter Beasley, Blizzy, Rome Streets. Gleese is making a lot of moves. Rome Streets, Ransom, Riggs, Bangs, Jordan. That's mad people on there. Snacks, Paris Polo. So man, I got mad people on that list, bro. I didn't realize it was so diverse. Peasy on there, of course. Ice Square Vizzo. Dame that I got a lot. We got Midwest, we got Flow, we got the South on there, we got New York City, we got upstate New York, we got West Coast, and we got Atlanta on there. So it's a couple from all over on that joint. It's 3 hour playlist, and then I got 2 articles coming soon as well. Randy, I know Randy working here in project mode, so he working on some new shit.
Yep.
Dot need to stop playing and become a fucking private chef. He over here playing and shit. I'm telling you, bro, you make a lot of money, nigga. Niggas is going on tour again. Niggas need somebody to make food, bro. Niggas going on tour to different city. They in the city for 2 days. They don't know where to get food at. And they ain't nowhere in fucking California make motherfucking real Jamaican food and shit, bro. Real Caribbean food. So you make that shit, bro. You gonna make a killing. You said what? You gotta talk up, man.
Nigga was telling me about that today, about the fake ass Jamaican food they be having out here.
Absolutely, bro. My man told me he went to a Jamaican spot and he ain't smell no food outside. You know, he walks to a Jamaican spot, usually smell niggas got the grill going or some shit. Make the jerk chicken, he ain't smell nothing. Damn, that's terrible.
I was not going in there.
Oh, he didn't. He got some tacos instead from like one of the taco trucks.
That's what I would have did. Yeah, there's some Jamaican restaurant by my job, bro. I go in there. The nigga speaking mad English, mad clear. I'm like, yo, bro, I'm done. I don't want nothing.
He don't even got no attitude or nothing. He got
no attitude. He mad polite. I'm like, yo, bro, I don't want nothing from here, bro. Like, you're not even treating me right. Like, this shit trash. You good. You're not kissing your teeth, nothing. Like, you just. Hello,
can I get extra gravy? I can't even do it right now.
Yo, you know how to make it. That's the other thing. They be like,
you know how good this gravy is, and you want some more, nigga? Nah, nigga, I'm taking this shit home, nigga. What are you talking about?
Like, if you basically gotta be disrespectful, just short of suck your mother for me to buy food from you. Just short of say suck your mother.
Because if you disrespectful,
you got the best grub.
Oh yeah, but hey, I got anything else I want to say before we get up out of here, man?
Nah, man. I just want to say, stay blessed, stay focused. I've been focused. Look out for. I got a lot of good shit coming up for me. Look my way. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I'm about to get back on the road. This journalism stuff too soon. Shout out to Vibe Magazine. Hopefully, I hear from y'all soon. Hot Hip Hop. all I gotta say is eat fruit, drink water. And I started this water in the beginning of this episode. You see already how much motherfucking water I done drank.
Am I in business?
And this is a liter of water too, so
Heavy on the mind your business.
And mind your motherfucking business and stay sucker free, stay out the way, man. So that's all we doing, man. This is a Jungle Report podcast. I'm here with my guys.
Randy Sav, that niggas know the vibes.
Facts. And my son Daji, Don Dollar. And everybody's shit grown, man. Everybody locks is growing. Niggas need to read to us. Growth, man.
Tune into that Randy Sav growth on all platforms.
Oh yeah, that's on the play. That's on the playlist. That's on the playlist for sure. It's on the swoops list. Right, that Randy Savage. So y'all tune in. We appreciate y'all for tuning in. Stay out the motherfucking matrix too, man. Don't get caught up on this social media bullshit because this shit is not reality. Person that you love, fuck with people that fuck with you. Love the person that love you, nigga. And stop trying to get that Instagram model because she is not fucking with you, all right?
Everything you mean,
not cutting that check.
And get the bad bitch that's just walking to the corner store, son. She goes.
Man, fuck that. Fuck with the shorty that fuck with you. If she loves you enough, if you tell her you're going to the moon, she'll be okay with it. As long as you come back. But we up out of here, man. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm actually about to throw that thing in there too. Like, so it's gonna be like at the bottom, and I think I'm gonna subscribe somewhere on here. It might be here, it might be there, it might just be at the bottom. Subscribe. None of them shits, man.